Okay, this is our third piece of the WordList class and WordList driver. I've added a bit more code here to the driver. I'm calling a method with the WordList object. We named our WordList object W1. And we're going to use W1 to call this method called contains. So we're going to ask the class, does our word list contain the word for? Well, we see it does. We know it does. It's up there. And it will give us back true. We ask it, does it contain 5? No, there's no 5 in our word list. So it returns false. So true or false? So it's going to be what? Public Boolean. It's public because we can access it from outside the class in the driver class. Public, return type, Boolean. The name is contains. And now what's it get? Does it get something? Yes. It gets something in double quotes, so it's a string. So how about just string W? We're looking for a word, right? So maybe string W. String S is fine, whatever you want to call it. Now, we got to loop through my list and see if we can find W. In other words, does any string in my list equal W? I want to emphasize equal because we have to use, with strings, we have to use the equals method. This is on the AP exam every year. See if they can trick you into using equals equals with strings and not properly using double equals, not properly using the equals method. They want to trick you into using equals equals with strings, but you should use dot equals. Okay. So we loop through. And then if we find W, return true. And if we get to the entire list, and don't find W, we return false. You can't return false and say it's not there after just checking the first value. Don't return false inside the loop. You don't know if it's not there by just checking the first value. You got to go through and check all the values inside my list. So if we find W, return true. We get through that loop and never found W, it's not there, return false. So if the string we're looking at, my list of I, equals W, bingo, we found it, it's in there, return true. And so true and false are the outputs.